Hello students, welcome back to channel Kavita Surana KRS. Just a kind request, if you have not subscribed channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. It might be small thing for you, but it could help me to motivate for making more content. Now turning to Form 1 MCQ series for Commerce Chapter 1 Commerce Basics. Multiple choice questions. Number 1. Commerce involves all activities that enable goods and services to be moved from the producer to the dash. So here 4 options are there: final consumer, manufacturer, retailer and wholesaler. See now students, again with this MCQ series I am also posting videos for full chapter series. You will get detailed content for all chapter, like for chapter 1 for Form 1 Commerce Basics, then Production, then Entrepreneurship, then Domestic Trade. See, in MCQ series we are just going through multiple choice questions which will be helping you for the quick recap of the chapter. And if you want to go through all the chapter in detail, you can refer to the chapter links. You can go through the playlist where you will find the chapter for Form 1, Form 2 and so on. So now here, see commerce, we all know commerce is principally concerned with the distribution and exchange of goods and include all those activities that in some way or other help the movement of goods from the producer to the consumer. Producer to the consumer. See, once goods have been manufactured, they must be brought within the access of a consumer to be of any use to him. So here, answer will be, of course, final consumers. Goods and services to be moved from the producer to the final consumer. The other options are like B, manufacturer. Of course, manufacturer will not be the option because producer and the manufacturer is the same thing. Retailer and wholesaler. Retailer and wholesalers are the link which help for the distribution of goods and services from the producer to the consumer. They help to bridge the gap between the producer and consumer. So here answer will be final consumer. Commerce involves all activities that enable goods and services to be moved from the producer to the final consumer. Now the second one, which of the following statement is true? Which of the following statement is true? So options are economics is a part of commerce, commerce is a part of economics and so on. So students, here we will see this topic commerce and economics in short. See, commerce is a branch of a much wider subject, economics. See, economics tells us that the peoples have needs and some resources to satisfy their needs. The resources are of course never enough to satisfy all the needs and it therefore becomes necessary to exercise choice. The same problem is faced by nations and the world at large. It therefore follows that economics studies the problem of satisfaction of needs from the point of view of an individual, a nation or the world. And the commerce on the other hand is only a branch of economics and is mainly connected with the process of exchange and distribution of goods conducted by businessmen who aim to make a profit out of their activities. So it is therefore not surprising that commerce is sometimes also referred to as a business economics. Right? So here, which will be the statement? True? Of course, commerce is a part of economics. Commerce is a branch of economics. Okay? Commerce is a part of economics. So answer will be B. Commerce is a part of economics and not economics is a part of commerce. So commerce is a part of economics is the correct answer. Third, here option is given commerce includes production. So no, production is the other side of the business. Fourth is given commerce is the study of exchange only. No, commerce is concerned with exchange and distribution. So which statement is true? Commerce is a part of economics. B. Third one, which of the following represents the disadvantages? See student, whenever you are going through MCQ question, read the question properly. Okay, read the statement properly. Now here it is given, which of the following represent the disadvantages, disadvantages, that is drawback of barter system. Again I want to repeat the same thing, that for explanation in detail for barter system and its drawback, you can refer to the video link given in the description. Okay, here I can't explain each and everything in detail because we have to go through the number of MCQ, and this is the quick revision of the chapter series of chapter 1 MCQ. Now, which of the following represents the disadvantages of barter system? See again, in quick recap, see barter system means what? It is the trade which deals with the exchange of goods for goods or goods for services. Okay, and it was highly practiced before the introduction of money as a medium of exchange. There are various drawbacks of the barter system, like the problem of double coincidence of wants, lack of measure of value, bulkiness of some commodities, indivisibility, that is difficult to divide some items, lack of store of value. So here, which of the following represents the disadvantages? So answer is D, indivisibility. See, indivisibility means what? Difficult to divide some items, like it was not possible to split, to divide some commodities you want to exchange with one another, like a cow, into a small unit to exchange with unit of other commodities like cloth. Okay, it is not possible, so that is disadvantages. Here some other points are given. Students might get confused between the option A also. It is given double coincidence of wants, but students remember, here the word lack of double coincidence of wants, that is the disadvantages. The problem of double coincidence of want, that is the disadvantages. But if it is given double coincidence of want, it is not disadvantages. So answer is D, indivisibility. It represents the disadvantages of barter system. Fourth one, export trade. Export trade means, now you know very well what is import trade, what is export trade, even what is interport trade. Import trade means when you are buying goods and services from other country, it is known as import trade. Export trade means selling of goods and services to other countries. Okay, so here answer is A, right? Selling, export trade means selling of goods and services to foreign countries. Like for example, if we speak for Tanzania, export trade could be Tanzania sells cotton to China. It is an example of export trade. So export trade means selling of goods and services to foreign countries. Okay, see here students, you might get confused with the option C. In option C, here it is given buying and selling. So as there is a word buying is also there, so it is not the correct option. See, in MCQ always there are some statements given which can confuse you. So you have to select the correct option. So export trade means selling of goods and services to foreign countries. Now fifth one, an art of transmitting information and ideas by word of mouth, writing or by other means is. By other means is. So here the answer is B, communication. Okay, communication is an art of transmitting information and ideas by word of mouth, writing or by other means. See here one option is given telephone, but telephone is included in the other means. Communication is a transfer of information from one person to another. It can be orally through telephone, written through letters, or visual through signs and gestures. Okay, so telephone is one of the means. So here the correct option is communication, an art of transmitting information and ideas by word of mouth, writing or by other means is communication. Here some other points are given like advertising, So advertising is an art of informing the public about the availability of goods and services. Art of informing the public about the availability of goods and services is known as advertising. Transportation refers to physical movement of goods and people from one place to other. So the correct option is communication. Sixth one, dash are intangible things that we cannot see and touch. We cannot see and touch. Here the first two options are of course not the answers, like cars and goods that are tangible things we can see and touch. Now C will be the correct option. Services, these are intangible such as education, okay, education, medical care, okay. So answer is services. Services are intangible things that we cannot see and touch. Here other option is exchange. Exchange refers to buying and selling of goods or services. So the correct option is services. Services are intangible things that we cannot see and touch. Now the next statement is given, seventh one, which of the following is not included? See student, again read properly what is given, which is not included in the commerce flow chart. So now before looking to the option, just quick recap for the commerce flow chart. You can see on the screen, this is commerce flow chart. It is explained in detail in the video also, other video. You can check it. See, commercial activities or commerce are classified into two broad categories, which are trade and aids to trade. I am not going in detail to explain each point. Just we will see what comes under the commerce flow chart. So commerce is divided into trade and aids to trade. Okay, see here you can see on the screen trade and aids to trade. Trade is the commercial activity involved buying and selling of goods and services for the aim of making profit. Again, trade is divided into home trade and international trade, that is foreign trade. Again, foreign trade is divided into export trade, import trade, as well as interport trade. Home trade is divided into wholesale trade and retail trade. Aids to trade means there are various activities which are essential for the smooth flow of goods from producers to consumers. These include banking, insurance, transport, communication, warehousing, advertising, mercantile agents. So this is all about commerce flow chart. So there are various MCQ questions from this commerce flow chart. So I am showing you here commerce flow chart. Now turning to our question, which of following is not included in the commerce flow chart? So here you can see production is not included in the commerce flow chart. Other options like insurance, warehousing, as well as transportation, that all are the part of aids to trade, right? So which is not included? Production. So the answer is production. 8. When commercial activities are generally divided into two main parts, which are, okay, again it is the same MCQ question from the commerce flow chart only. It is related to commercial activities, means elements of commerce. They are generally divided into two main parts, which are, see here you can see on the screen, commerce is divided into trade and aids to trade. So the answer is D. What is the answer? D. Trade and aids to trade. Commercial activities are generally divided into two main parts, trade and aids to trade. See what is other options are given, like commerce and business, that are not that is not the answer. Then transport and communication, see, that are the parts of aids to trade. Then home and foreign trade, these are part of the trade. Trade is divided into home and foreign trade. So the answer is trade and aids to trade. Commercial activities divided into two main parts, trade and aids to trade. 9th one, which of the following is correct? This is already discussed in the 4th statement. Again, commerce and economics, it is related to. See, which of the following is correct? You can see the option given on the screen. So the answer is D. Commerce is the branch of economics. I already explained it. See, commerce is the branch of economics. And when commerce is the branch of economics, of course option A is wrong. Commerce is wider than economics. No, it is the part of economics. So economics is wider than the commerce. Economics is the branch of commerce. No. Commerce deals with trade only. No. Commerce deals with trade and aids to trade. So the correct option is commerce is the branch of economics. 10th one, create awareness of the availability of goods and services in the market. Creating awareness of the availability of goods and services in the market. This I have already explained. Answer is advertising. See, advertising is an art of informing the public about the availability of goods and services in the market. And it is done through media such as television, radio, newspaper, posters, etc. So advertising will be the answer. Create awareness of the availability of goods and services in the market. This is one of the important essential aids to trade. Transport is the physical movement of goods and services. Communication is transfer of information from one person to another. Insurance, it refers to an aid to trade which deals with the compensation of unfortunate people who suffer with financial loss out of stated risk such as risk of fire, theft, accident. So the correct answer is advertising. 11th one, while commerce is concerned with bringing goods nearer to the consumer, economics is concerned with the satisfaction of human want. The satisfaction of human want with scarce resources. See, economics tells us that people have needs and scarce resources to satisfy their needs. And these resources are never enough to satisfy all needs. Okay, and it is therefore becomes necessary to exercise choice. So, economics is concerned with the satisfaction of human want with scarce resources and not with scarce and plenty goods. Not with auxiliary service, not with marketing of goods. So the answer is satisfaction of human wants with scarce resources. 12th one, foreign trade is subset of trade. The other one is. This again we discuss in the commerce flowchart. See here you can see again foreign trade. What is given? Foreign trade is a subset of trade. Here you can see trade is divided into home trade and international trade, that is foreign trade. So it is given in the statement foreign trade is a subset of trade. So what is the other side? So other side is home trade. Other side is home trade, or the other name is domestic trade. Foreign trade is a subset of trade. So the other one is domestic trade. Domestic trade means which deals with buying and selling of goods and services within the geographical boundary of one country. So home trade is also known as domestic trade or internal trade. Okay, so trade is divided into, one is foreign trade, another is domestic trade. So the answer is domestic trade. 12th one, which among the following is a drawback? Okay, what is asked? Drawback of the barter system. So here the answers, options are given: measure of value, poor communication, indivisibility, ignorance. So which is the drawback? So here, see, first point is given measure of value. So it should not be measure of value, but for the drawback there should be the word lack of measure of value. If it is lack of measure of value, then it could be a drawback. So the measure of value is not the drawback. So the answer is C. Indivisibility of some commodities, like a cow into smaller units, we can't, it is not possible. So the answer is indivisibility. It is a drawback of the barter system. See students, I am repeating again same. If you like my effort and if it is helpful to you, so please like the video. It might be a small thing for you, just clicking one button, but it motivates me. See, we are going to see more MCQ. There are many MCQs left. Before that, just like video and share it with your friends who need it. okay, who are having the same chapter, same syllabus. So you can share it with them, so it could be useful to them also. And please comment the video, so I will also understand where to improve. You can comment anything, whether you like the video, which are the points you want me to make the video for, which are the topics. So please do comment, like and share, and also subscribe the button and press bell icon, so you will get the next video updates. Moving to the further one, MCQ, which of the following is not an aspect of commerce? Is not an aspect of commerce. So there are options given: trade. See, we already saw that the trade is the aspect of commerce. Distribution of goods, aspect of commerce. Provision of information, that is advertising about goods and services, it is also aspect of commerce. So which of the following is not an aspect? So here D is given: keeping hens to lay eggs for one's consumption. So it is the part of a production. Okay, see, commerce is the side of business which deals in the distribution, exchange of goods. The other side's production. So here it is given: keeping hen to lay eggs for one's consumption. It is the example of direct production, which refer to a form of production whereby a person produce goods or services for his own consumption. There is direct production, indirect production. So it is the example of direct production. So it is not an aspect of a commerce. So the answer is D. 16th one, the import of foreign produce goods. I am not taking 15th one because it is of the other chapter, wrongly typed over here. Okay, we will see it for the other chapter. Now see the 16th one. The import of foreign produce goods into a country to be re-exported are called. So answer is, so here it is given options, you can see which are the various options given: hypothecation, interport, invisible trade, interport trade. So the answer is B, interport trade. What it means? See, when goods and services are imported for the purpose of re-exporting them to other country, this is known as interport trade. So the import of foreign produce goods into a country to be re-exported is known as ENTREPOT, interport trade. The option D, there is a PORT given, so that option will not come as a correct answer. So answer is B. 17th one, which of the following implies home trade? See, home trade. See, trade is divided into home trade and foreign trade. Home trade is a branch of trade which deal with buying and selling of goods and services within the geographical boundary of one country only. Okay, so in single one country there is a buying and selling. It is known as home trade, also known as domestic trade or internal trade. So here it is given, there are 4 options given. First one, buying in Dar es Salaam and selling to Mombasa. So here you can see Dar es Salaam is city in Tanzania, Mombasa is a city in Kenya. So it is not within the geographical boundary of one country. So that is not the correct option. B is given, buying in Nairobi and selling to Arusha. So here Nairobi is a capital of Kenya, Arusha is a city in Tanzania, again not the same country. C, buying in Niger and selling to Nigeria, these both are the 2 different countries. Now D is given, buying in Tanga and selling to Kilimanjaro, so this is both in Tanzania. So which of the following implies home trade? Buying in Tanga and selling to Kilimanjaro, because both are in the geographical boundary of one country. Buying and selling is in the one country itself, so home trade. So the answer is D. Now next, which of the following is a tool of advertising? So advertising is an art of informing the public about the availability of goods and services in the market. And there are various media like television, radio, newspaper, posters. So here the correct answer is television. So the correct answer is television. Next one, which of the following is not an aids to trade? Not an aids to trade. Aids to trade refer to the activities which are essential for the smooth flow of goods from producer to consumer, like banking, advertising, transportation, warehousing, insurance, communication. See students, in the chapter 1 where I discuss full chapter in detail, I also explain all the aids to trade in detail. So if you want to go through that video to get more explanation for aids to trade, you can refer to that video. Now here, which is not an aids to trade, so here you can see retailing is not an aids to trade. Okay, other parts, transporting is an aid to trade, warehousing is an aid to trade. We saw already in the commerce flow chart also in this video. Banking is also aid to trade. So transporting, warehousing, banking, both these three are aids to trade. Retailing is not an aid to trade. So retail trade is a branch of home trade. Home trade is divided into wholesale trade and retail trade. Retail trade means what? Buying in large quantity from wholesaler or manufacturer and selling them in small quantities directly to the ultimate consumer. And those who are engaged in retail trade are called retailers. Okay, so it is not an aid to trade. Now 20th, home trade is divided into. So home trade, it is very easy. We already saw. Home trade is divided into, yes, correct, retail and wholesale trade. See, export and import trade. Export and import trade, they are the part of foreign trade. Trade and aids to trade, they are part of commerce. Okay. Foreign and home trade, they are part of trade. So, home trade is divided into wholesale trade and retail trade. So, answer is C. 21. The exchange value of goods and services is known as exchange value of goods and services is known as, yes, so the answer is price. Answer is price. See, price means what? The exchange value of goods and services in monetary term. Whatever you are buying from the shops, in exchange what you are giving to them, are you giving commission or interest or brokerage? No, you are giving price. So the answer is exchange value of goods and services is price. So the price refer to the exchange value of goods and services in monetary terms. Answer is price. 22. An aid to trade which that safeguard goods and trade against laws. See, in any business there are chances of loss, risk. So one of the aid to trade which safeguard goods and trade against some losses, some are insurable loss, right? So it is called as, what is the correct answer? Correct answer is insurance. See, insurance help to the businessman for compensating unfortunate losses, financial losses such as risk of fire, theft, risk through accident. If business take insurance policy, then they will get something in return. So there is a if they suffer for financial loss, they will get compensation. So here an aid to trade that safeguard goods and trade against loss is called as insurance. The exchange of goods and services among different countries is known as foreign trade. When goods and services, there is a buying and selling of goods and services between two or more countries, it is known as foreign trade or international trade. So the answer is foreign trade. See, other options are given like internal trade, domestic trade. They are known as home trade. Here buying and selling is within the same geographical boundary of one country only. Barter trade means exchange of goods for goods or services, right? 24th, which of the following is part of aid to trade? So again, this is a question from commerce flow chart. it is what is the answer? Communication. Communication is a part of aids to trade. A businessman who buys goods from outside country. See, if we are buying goods from outside country, it is known as import trade. So the businessman who is buying goods from outside country, he is known as importer. The subject matter of commerce. See, the subject matter of commerce means, answer is areas covered in commerce. 27. Intangible things which we cannot see and touch. So here the answer is, see, options are given: goods, services, tubelight or fog. So the answer is services. Services we can't see as well as touch. At least fog we can see. Goods, tubelights which we can see and touch. But services, these are known as intangible things. Which among the following is not a drawback of a barter trade? So here it is given not a drawback. So the answer is double coincidence of want. It is not a drawback. If there is a word lack of double coincidence of want. See, double coincidence of wants means what? Suppose a person who has a product X and he wants a product Y, and he has to find out a person who has product Y which he need, and he want the product X, the other person. So, and he got that same person, he finds same person. So it is known as there is a double coincidence of want. But suppose he failed to find out such a person. So there is a problem of double coincidence of want, lack of double coincidence of want. So that will be the drawback. But here in this option, word lack is not there, problem word is not there. So which is not drawback, double coincidence of want. See the other options: immovability of some items. Yes, that is the drawback. Some items are bulk to transport, tough to transfer from one place to other. Lack of measure of value, like it was hard to decide how much quantity of one commodity to be exchanged for other commodity. Very difficult to determine how much quantity of cotton to exchange with a cow. So it is known as lack of measure of value. Lack of common medium of exchange, like the money. So here, which is not a drawback, double coincidence of want. Next one, the two branches of commerce are, see, the two branches of commerce are trade and aids to trade. Commerce involves all activities that enables goods and services to be moved from the producer to the final consumer. So the answer is final consumer. The other options are given: final producer, retailer, wholesaler. No. So the answer is final consumer. Okay student, thank you very much for watching the video, and please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe and press bell icon. Thank you very much. See you with the next video. Bye. Have a good day.